God says, I am begging for your 10 minutes. You will receive 55 million today. If you ignore this message, you will miss it. So listen to God now before it's too late. I am not speaking to the crowd, I am speaking to you. And these next few minutes are tied to a blessing that can change your entire life. I am telling you plainly that something of great value is being released, and your attention is the doorway that allows it to reach you. If you scroll away or treat this lightly, you risk stepping out of alignment with what I have prepared for you today. Stay here with me, because what I am about to unfold is precious. And if you believe this is for you, write 1111 in the comments as a sign of your faith. When I say you will receive 55 million today, I am not only speaking about numbers on paper, but about a level of provision, restoration, and favor that feels impossible by human standards. I am revealing that a transfer is taking place in the unseen, and it is connected to your obedience in this moment. These 10 minutes are not random. They are a divine appointment that positions your heart to receive what I have already approved. Listen carefully, because understanding the meaning behind this promise will protect you from missing it through doubt or distraction. I am asking for your focused time because your attention has been scattered, and scattered attention weakens faith. I want you steady, calm, and receptive, because what I am releasing requires trust and spiritual awareness. Within the next moments, I will explain how this blessing connects to your past struggles, your present obedience, and your future stability. Before I go further, take a second to like this video as a simple act of agreement that you are ready to receive what I am placing in your hands. The 55 million represents more than wealth. It represents compensation for battles you fought quietly. I saw the nights you cried without telling anyone, and I recorded every sacrifice you made when no one applauded you. I am restoring what was drained from you, not only financially but emotionally and spiritually. This is a day of divine balance, where loss is answered with increase and shame is replaced with honor. You may wonder why I am urging you so strongly, and it is because blessings can be delayed by unbelief. I am not forcing you, but I am pleading with you, because hesitation can cause you to step away from what is already within reach. When I say you will miss it if you ignore this, I mean that agreement matters, and faith activates what I have prepared. Your response in this moment shapes how fully you experience what I am releasing. For years you have felt overlooked, as if others moved forward while you stayed behind. I allowed certain delays not to punish you, but to prepare you for a level of responsibility that requires maturity. The blessing attached to 55 million is not just money, it is influence, stability, and the power to help others. I am entrusting you with increase because I have shaped your character through pressure. Do not reduce this to a simple transaction, because it is a covenant moment between you and me. I am aligning opportunities, conversations, and unexpected openings that will begin to unfold quickly. What seems sudden to you has been carefully arranged by my hand over time. Today marks a shift, and your awareness of this shift keeps you from treating it casually. I need your heart steady, not anxious, because fear can cloud discernment. The enemy would like you to dismiss this as impossible, so that you walk away before the door opens. I am strengthening your confidence right now so that when the opportunity appears, you recognize it as my doing. Receive this with humility, not pride, because the source of this increase is me. You have carried financial strain that felt heavy and unfair. I watched you manage with little while still choosing kindness and integrity. That faithfulness has weight in my kingdom, and it is never ignored. The release I am speaking about is tied to that quiet obedience you showed when no one was watching. I am not begging because I lack power, but because I value your free will. I desire your cooperation, your listening ear, and your surrendered heart. These 10 minutes are an invitation into alignment, and alignment unlocks provision. When your heart agrees with my promise, barriers begin to fall. There will be confirmations after this, small signs that show you I am serious. Doors that seemed closed will loosen, and conversations will shift in your favor. Pay attention to what happens today, because I am moving behind scenes you cannot yet see. This is why I urged you not to ignore this, because awareness keeps you positioned for the blessing. As you continue to listen, let go of past disappointments that made you cynical. I am not repeating old cycles, I am initiating a new chapter. The 55 million stands as a symbol of overflow, of restoration beyond what you imagined possible. It is my way of showing you that delay was not denial. I want you to respond with trust, not calculation. Do not try to measure how this will happen, because I operate beyond your limitations. Instead, anchor yourself in confidence that I am capable of fulfilling every word I speak. If you trust me fully in this moment, write 10 inches the comments as your declaration of faith. This day is marked in your story as a turning point. I am shifting you from barely surviving to steadily thriving. I am removing the ceiling that has limited your progress and replacing it with open sky. Stay with me through these moments, because the understanding you gain now will help you steward what I am placing in your hands. The 55 million I spoke about is attached to a divine transfer that is already moving toward you, and your continued attention keeps you aligned with it. What if a quick 7-second brain ritual could truly wipe out your debt and fill your life with unstoppable abundance? A shocking CIA leak has just revealed a 7-second ritual now helping ordinary people clear debt and attract unlimited wealth. Verified by 4 top neuroscience labs, this easy at-home method is turning financial problems into dream lifestyles. New homes, cars, vacations, it's all happening for real people. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. I want you to understand that wealth in your hands will test your character as much as poverty tested your endurance. When you had little, you learned how to stretch, how to wait, and how to trust without visible proof. Now I am preparing you to handle abundance without losing humility. The reason I asked for 10 minutes is because preparation is as important as provision, and I refuse to place something great in your life without strengthening your foundation first. There have been moments when you felt forgotten, especially when bills piled up or when opportunities slipped through your fingers. You asked me in your heart why others seemed to receive breakthrough while you stood in delay. I was not ignoring you, and I was not withholding out of cruelty. I was shaping your inner life so that when 55 million arrives in whatever form I choose to deliver it, it will not destroy you but establish you. Some of what I release today will come through channels you did not expect. It may not fall from the sky, but it will come through decisions, partnerships, and open doors that I orchestrate. I am touching people's minds even now, moving them to consider you, to favor you, to think of you when resources are being distributed. Nothing about this day is accidental, and your name is already being spoken in rooms you have never entered. I also want you to examine your mindset, because sometimes you shrink back from large promises. You have learned to expect little, so that disappointment hurts less. That survival habit protected you in hard seasons, but it cannot remain in place as I bring you into increase. I am expanding your capacity to believe because small expectations cannot hold a 55 million level blessing. This is not only about your comfort, but about your calling. There are people connected to your future who will benefit from what I place in your hands. I am raising you to be a channel of relief for others, not just a receiver of luxury. When you think about what I am doing, do not think only about your own freedom, but about the impact your freedom will create. You have wondered whether you are worthy of such a promise. I do not measure worthiness the way humans do, and I do not base my generosity on perfection. I look at your willingness to keep going when quitting seemed easier. I look at your heart when you chose integrity over shortcuts. That faithfulness is the soil from which this 55 million blessing grows. Today will hold signs for you, subtle but real. You will notice shifts in conversations, unexpected encouragement, or ideas that feel unusually clear. Do not dismiss these as coincidence, because I am confirming what I have spoken. The more attentive you are, the more you will recognize my fingerprints on your circumstances. I am also asking you to guard your focus from negativity. There will always be voices that mock bold promises and reduce them to fantasy. If you let those voices dominate your thinking, you weaken your own expectation. Protect your belief, because belief is the doorway through which provision enters. In this season, gratitude will accelerate what I am doing. Even before you see the full manifestation, begin to thank me for it. Gratitude signals trust, and trust deepens your partnership with me. I am not asking you to pretend, but to stand confidently in what I have already declared. You may feel a stirring in your spirit right now, a mixture of excitement and nervousness. That stirring is the awareness that something is shifting in your life. Do not let fear interpret that shift as danger. It is growth, and growth often feels unfamiliar at first. As I continue to speak, let your heart settle into assurance. The 55 million is not bait, and it is not a trick. It is a representation of the scale of what I am capable of releasing into your story. If you believe that I am able to do this in your life, write 777 inches the comments as your sign of agreement. I am aligning timing in a way you cannot fully calculate. There are delays that are breaking today, and stagnation that is giving way to movement. What felt stuck will begin to flow, and what seemed blocked will begin to open. Your obedience in listening is part of the key that unlocks that flow. Do not allow impatience to rush you into unwise decisions once doors begin to open. Sudden increase requires steady judgment. I will guide you step by step, but you must remain close to my voice. The same attention you are giving me now must continue when opportunities appear. Remember that true wealth includes peace. I am not giving you 55 million in exchange for anxiety or chaos. I am establishing stability, not stress. The blessing I give does not add sorrow, and it does not demand that you abandon your values. You are stepping into a day marked by favor. I am lifting you from a place of barely enough into a place of more than enough. The shift may begin subtly, but it will gain momentum as you continue to trust me. This is why I begged for your 10 minutes, because understanding creates readiness. As this unfolds, resist the urge to boast or broadcast prematurely. Some things must mature quietly before they are displayed publicly. I will reveal at the right time what I am doing in you and through you. For now, focus on alignment and obedience. Your story is not defined by the years of struggle behind you. It is defined by the faith that carried you through them. I am honoring that faith today with a release that will surprise even you. Stay anchored in me, and do not drift into doubt. Why is this 7-second CIA ritual spreading everywhere so fast? New CIA leaks have revealed a powerful brain ritual that triggers instant wealth flow. This 7-second technique, validated by 4 neuroscience labs, is rapidly changing lives. From crushing debt to dream vacations, this could be your shortcut to abundance. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. I know that part of you still remembers rejection, missed chances, and closed doors. Those memories try to whisper that nothing ever truly changes for you. I am breaking that agreement right now, because your history does not control your future. I have stepped into your timeline, and I am inserting a moment of divine reversal that interrupts every pattern of lack. You may feel unprepared, but I have been preparing you quietly. Every challenge you overcame built resilience, and every delay trained you in patience. When others were celebrating early wins, you were learning endurance, and endurance builds depth. That depth is what will allow you to handle 55 million without being shaken by it. I want you to picture stability replacing uncertainty. I want you to see debts shrinking, opportunities expanding, and confidence rising within you. This is not fantasy. It is a preview of what I am setting in motion. Your imagination has often been used by fear, but now I am redirecting it toward faith. There will be moments today when doubt tries to interrupt your expectation. It may come through a thought that says, "This is too big or too good." When that thought appears, do not entertain it as truth. Replace it with remembrance that I am not limited by what you have seen before. You are stepping into alignment with abundance that has your name on it. Alignment does not mean you become perfect, but it means you remain willing. Stay willing to listen, willing to adjust, and willing to act when I guide you. The blessing is not random, it is relational. I am also purifying your motives as I increase you. I do not want greed to attach itself to this promise. I want generosity, gratitude, and humility to define your response. When wealth flows through clean hands and a steady heart, it multiplies its impact. You may notice new ideas rising in your mind, strategies that feel clearer than before. Pay attention to them, because I am stirring creativity within you. The 55 million may be connected to innovation, leadership, or a decision that opens a major door. I am not confined to one method, and my provision often arrives through pathways that stretch your perspective. Do not shrink your prayers after this. Increase invites greater vision. I am not raising you so that you remain small in your thinking. I am expanding your influence because there are assignments attached to your prosperity. As I continue to speak, let your heart rest instead of racing. Anxiety cannot improve what I am doing, and control cannot accelerate it. Trust is the posture that allows you to walk into prepared blessings with peace. Release the need to know every detail before it happens. The scale of what I am releasing may feel overwhelming, but you are not handling it alone. I am walking with you through every stage of this unfolding. When decisions need to be made, I will give clarity. When wisdom is required, I will supply it. I am also restoring your confidence in your own voice. For too long you second-guessed yourself, especially in financial matters. I am sharpening your discernment so that you recognize wise opportunities and avoid deceptive ones. With 55 million level favor comes the need for sharp judgment, and I am equipping you for it. Let this truth settle into you deeply. You are not lucky, you are chosen. I selected you for this increase because I see the full picture of your future. What feels sudden to you has been carefully woven into your story long before this day. When the first signs of manifestation appear, do not panic or rush. Move deliberately and remain anchored in me. Quick blessings still require wise stewardship. I am teaching you not only how to receive, but how to manage and multiply. If your heart is steady and you believe that I am positioning you for something extraordinary, write 555 inches the comments as your declaration of readiness. Let that act symbolize your agreement with what I am shaping in your life. Agreement strengthens alignment, and alignment accelerates fulfillment. You will not be the same person by the end of this day. Even before the full financial shift becomes visible, your mindset is changing. You are beginning to see yourself as capable, worthy, and supported. That internal shift is just as important as the external increase. There are people who once doubted you who will witness your elevation. I do not raise you to humiliate others, but to reveal my faithfulness. Your breakthrough will stand as quiet proof that patience and trust are never wasted. Those who underestimated you will see the fruit of your perseverance. Guard your heart from pride when that moment comes. Remember the nights you depended fully on me. Let humility remain your anchor, even as abundance surrounds you. True greatness is measured by character, not numbers. I am also healing your relationship with money itself. In the past, it may have represented stress or scarcity. Now it will represent stewardship and opportunity. I am reframing it in your mind so that it becomes a tool for purpose rather than a source of fear. You are stepping into a space where stability replaces survival mode. You will make decisions from strength instead of desperation. That shift alone will transform the way you move through life. It will affect your relationships, your work, and your confidence. Do not let past failures try to predict your future. I am rewriting your trajectory in ways you could not engineer on your own. The 55 million stands as a sign that nothing is impossible when I decide to act. Your role is to stay receptive and obedient. As this unfolds, keep your heart sensitive to my guidance. There will be subtle nudges, timely reminders, and inner convictions that protect and direct you. Stay close to my voice, because proximity ensures clarity. If you are determined to remain aligned with me as this blessing manifests, write 999 inches the comments as your sign of commitment. Let that commitment reflect your intention to walk in wisdom, not just excitement. I am not only giving you increase, I am building you into someone who can carry it well. Could a hidden CIA discovery explain why so many are suddenly living in luxury? Secret CIA research has now come to light, revealing a brain-hacking ritual that draws in wealth like magic. It only takes 7 seconds. You can do it at home, and it's supported by 4 neuroscience labs. People are ditching debt and living in luxury right now. But this information won't stay online for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted. There were seasons when you prayed only for survival, asking me to get you through the week or the month. I heard those prayers and I sustained you even when the answers seemed small. Now the scale is shifting and you are stepping beyond survival into establishment. Establishment means roots that run deep and branches that stretch wide. I want you to notice how your fear is losing its grip. The more you listen, the less impossible this sounds. That is not manipulation, it is alignment. When your heart comes into agreement with my will, confidence replaces hesitation. The 55 million represents a level of freedom that changes how you wake up each morning. It means decisions made from choice rather than pressure. It means no longer feeling trapped by circumstances that once dictated your mood and your direction. I am dismantling that old pressure system and replacing it with stability. Do not think that I overlooked the sacrifices you made to keep going. I saw you hold back tears while still showing up. I saw you give even when you felt empty. Those moments were not wasted, and today they are part of the reason this transfer is justified. You may feel a mixture of hope and caution right now. Hope says this could be real, while caution warns you not to expect too much. I understand both reactions, but I am inviting you to lean into hope. Hope connected to me is never foolish. I am also teaching you that wealth does not have to corrupt you. Many fear increase because they have seen others lose themselves in it. I am shaping you differently, anchoring you in gratitude and compassion. The same heart that endured hardship will now manage abundance with wisdom. As the day unfolds, be alert to opportunities that feel significant. They may come disguised as simple conversations or unexpected invitations. I am weaving circumstances together with precision. When you sense peace about a step, move with quiet confidence. The 55 million promise is tied to acceleration. Things that moved slowly before will begin to pick up speed. You will notice quicker responses, clearer pathways, and doors that open without the resistance you once faced. Acceleration can feel surprising, but it is the result of long preparation. Remember that increase also magnifies influence. Your words will carry more weight, and your decisions will affect more people. Handle that influence carefully and kindly. I am expanding your reach because I trust your heart. There is a temptation that comes with sudden change, and that temptation is to prove something. You do not need to prove your worth to anyone. Your elevation is not a performance, it is a testimony. Let your life speak quietly instead of loudly. You may soon look back at this moment and realize it marked a turning point. What seemed like a simple request for 10 minutes was actually a doorway into transformation. I urged you strongly, because timing matters. Missing a moment of alignment can delay what is already prepared. Your environment will begin to reflect your internal shift. Where there was tension, there will be calm. Where there was confusion, there will be clarity. This is not only about financial gain, it is about holistic restoration. If you sense that something in your life is beginning to turn in your favor, write 1212 in the comments as your sign of expectancy. Let that act reflect your willingness to step fully into what I am doing. Expectancy keeps your heart open and alert. I am also guarding you from deception. Not every opportunity that looks large is from me. That is why your closeness to my voice is essential. I will give you discernment so that you accept what is true and reject what is counterfeit. The 55 million level blessing may not appear in one dramatic moment, but it will manifest through a series of aligned events. Do not despise gradual unfolding. Gradual growth often lasts longer and builds stronger foundations. Trust the pace I set. You have endured seasons where it felt like nothing was moving. Those seasons were not empty, they were formative. I was building patience, resilience, and perspective. Now those qualities will serve you as you handle expansion. Your relationships may also shift as your circumstances change. Some people will celebrate you sincerely, while others may struggle with your elevation. Respond with grace in both cases. Do not let bitterness enter your heart, because bitterness weakens blessing. I am not lifting you to isolate you, but to position you. Position brings responsibility, and responsibility requires maturity. You have grown more than you realize. The very fact that you are still listening shows your desire for wisdom over impulse. Let your gratitude remain visible. Speak thanks before you see the full manifestation. Gratitude keeps your focus on the source rather than the resource. I am your provider, and I will continue to be your guide. There will be moments when reality seems unchanged at first glance. Do not interpret that as failure. Shifts often begin in unseen realms before they surface visibly. Stay patient, because what I have spoken is anchored in my authority. If you are ready to walk carefully and faithfully as this promise unfolds, write 15 inches the comments as your declaration of steadiness. Let that declaration remind you that excitement must be balanced with wisdom. I am giving you both opportunity and understanding. The begging I spoke of at the beginning was an expression of urgency rooted in love. I did not want distraction to rob you of alignment. You are too close to breakthrough to drift away now. Remain attentive, because what is unfolding is larger than a single day. The 55 million is not a random number thrown into the air. It symbolizes magnitude, restoration, and overflow beyond past limitation. I am demonstrating that I can exceed your expectations dramatically. You are entering a chapter defined by increase rather than lack. For a long time, you have felt as though you were living under a ceiling that you could not break. No matter how hard you worked or how sincerely you prayed, progress seemed limited. I allowed that ceiling to remain until your character could support what lies above it. Now that preparation has reached its fullness, and I am lifting what once constrained you. Could the CIA really be hiding a 7-second ritual that turns money struggles into fortune? A covert CIA finding exposes a strange 7-second ritual that activates money-attracting brainwaves on autopilot. Supported by science and 4 elite labs, this home ritual is turning struggling people into dream lifestyle owners. But this page may disappear soon. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted from the internet forever. The urgency in my voice is not pressure, it is protection. I know how easily distraction can steal alignment. A few careless moments can cause you to overlook what is quietly unfolding in your favor. That is why I asked for your focused time, because focus sharpens your awareness of my movement. The 55 million promise represents release from cycles that drained you. It speaks to debts erased, opportunities multiplied, and influence expanded. It is a sign that the season of barely enough is ending. I am transitioning you into more than enough, and that transition requires trust. You may still feel a small voice inside that questions whether this could truly happen for you. That voice was shaped by disappointment, not by my nature. I am not defined by your past outcomes. I am defined by limitless power and faithful intention. Today, I am strengthening your expectation. Expectation is not arrogance. It is confidence in my ability. When you expect goodness from me, you align yourself with my character. That alignment keeps you steady, even when external signs are still forming. There are forces that prefer you remain small, quiet, and unnoticed. Increase disrupts that narrative. When I elevate you, it exposes the lie that you were destined to struggle endlessly. Your rise becomes proof that faithfulness is rewarded. Do not confuse patience with passivity. You have waited, but you have also remained active in obedience. That obedience is what positions you now. The 55 million is not detached from your effort, it is connected to it. I am also cleansing your fear of loss. Sometimes when people have lived with little, they become anxious about losing even a small gain. I am replacing that anxiety with assurance. What I give you, I will help you protect, and grow. As this unfolds, guard your thoughts carefully. Thoughts shape your actions, and actions shape your outcomes. If doubt tries to anchor itself in your mind, confront it with remembrance of my faithfulness. You have survived too much to shrink back now. The coming increase may change how others perceive you. Some will admire you, some may misunderstand you. Do not let their opinions control your peace. Your identity is rooted in me, not in applause or criticism. If your heart feels ready to fully step into what I am doing, write 222 inches the comments as your sign of agreement. Let that act remind you that you are not alone in this process. Agreement with me creates strength within you. I am aligning resources in ways that defy your previous experience. You may notice that things which once required great struggle begin to flow with less resistance. That ease is not coincidence, it is favor. Favor removes friction from your path. At the same time, I will continue refining your judgment. Sudden access to larger opportunities requires discernment. I will not leave you without guidance. Stay attentive to my inner nudges, because they will protect you from costly mistakes. The 55 million promise also speaks to restoration of dignity. Financial strain often erodes confidence quietly. I am rebuilding your sense of stability so that you stand upright again. Your posture in life will change as security replaces uncertainty. You are not stepping into this alone. I am coordinating circumstances beyond your sight. There are conversations happening that you have not heard, decisions being made that will affect you positively. Trust that my reach extends further than your awareness. As you move forward, resist the temptation to rush the process. Growth that is forced can become fragile. I am building something solid, something that lasts beyond a moment of excitement. Stability is more valuable than speed. The begging at the beginning was a call to attention because timing is delicate. Missing alignment can delay manifestation. You chose to stay, and that choice matters more than you realize. Every moment of listening strengthens the bridge between promise and fulfillment. If you feel gratitude rising within you even before you see the full result, write 17 inches the comments as your declaration of thankfulness. Gratitude, before evidence, is a powerful expression of trust. It signals that your faith is anchored deeply. I am also healing your relationship with success. In the past, you may have associated success with pressure or isolation. I am redefining it for you as stewardship and opportunity. Success in my hands becomes a tool for blessing others. Your household will feel the ripple of this shift. Peace will settle where tension once lived. Confidence will replace quiet worry. The 55 million level blessing extends beyond you and touches those connected to you. You may soon look back at the struggles that once felt endless and see them differently. They were training grounds, not punishments. They prepared you for responsibility. Now responsibility is arriving with provision attached. Remain anchored in humility as the doors open. Do not forget the source of your increase. Wealth that forgets its source loses its stability. Keep your heart close to me, and your steps will remain steady. I am not exaggerating when I speak of magnitude. I am demonstrating that my capacity exceeds your imagination. The number 55 million is a signpost pointing to overflow beyond calculation. You are stepping into territory you once thought unreachable. Do not allow fear to whisper that this is too good to last. I am not giving you a fleeting gift. I am establishing you in sustained favor. Stay attentive, stay grateful, and stay obedient. You are now standing at the edge of manifestation, and the atmosphere around your life is changing, even if you cannot measure it yet. The 55 million I declared is no longer just a spoken promise in your ears, it is becoming movement in your reality. I am shifting structures, loosening barriers, and rearranging outcomes in ways that will soon become visible. Stay steady, because this is the stage where impatience can try to interfere. Why are so many claiming this CIA ritual changed their life in just 7 seconds? This leaked CIA ritual is the real deal, and it's potent. A 7-second brainwave hack, backed by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping regular people leap from broke to abundant. Dream homes, cars, trips, it's all within reach. But this video could disappear any time from the internet. So click the link in the description and comments now to see it before it's gone forever. There is something powerful about the moment just before breakthrough. It can feel quiet, almost ordinary. Yet beneath that surface, something is aligning with precision. That is where you are right now. Do not misinterpret calm as absence of action. I am working beneath what you can see, and I am working with exact timing. The reason I begged for your 10 minutes at the beginning was because alignment must come before arrival. If I handed you the 55 million without adjusting your heart, the weight of it could overwhelm you. But now you are thinking differently, believing differently, and standing differently. That inner transformation ensures that when the outer change arrives, you will handle it with wisdom. You have learned how to endure lack, and now you must learn how to manage abundance. Both require discipline. Lack taught you restraint and creativity. Abundance will require foresight and generosity. I am also teaching you that this increase is not for comparison. Do not measure your blessing against someone else's journey. Your path is unique, and the scale of what I am giving you is tailored to your assignment. Stay focused on your lane, because comparison steals peace. There may be subtle confirmations today that feel almost too small to mention. A conversation that opens a possibility. An unexpected idea that connects pieces together. A sense of relief that replaces quiet worry. These are not accidents, they are signs that the current is shifting in your favor. The 55 million promise is attached to acceleration, but acceleration must be matched with stability. I am strengthening your judgment so that speed does not cause recklessness. When doors open quickly, step through them thoughtfully. You do not need to rush when I am guiding you. Your faith has grown during this time. At first, the promise felt bold and almost distant. Now it feels possible, even near. That shift in perception is part of the miracle. When your heart expands, your capacity expands with it. I am restoring years that felt unproductive. What seemed wasted will prove to have been preparation. You will look back and realize that nothing was lost, only redirected. The 55 million level increase is compensation for more than finances. It is restoration of momentum. Some people around you may not fully understand what is happening. They may sense that something is changing, but they will not see the full picture yet. That is all right. Not everyone needs to understand your season. What matters is that you remain aligned with me. If you feel within yourself that this is a turning point, write 1919 inches the comments as your sign of conviction. Let that act remind you that you are stepping forward with confidence, not hesitation. Conviction strengthens your posture. I am also guarding your heart from anxiety as the shift unfolds. When circumstances begin to change, it is easy to overthink every detail. Resist that urge. I am capable of managing the complexity behind the scenes. The 55 million is symbolic of magnitude, but it is also literal in its seriousness. I am not speaking casually. I am revealing that what is coming carries real weight and real impact. Treat it with reverence rather than excitement alone. Your responsibility will increase alongside your resources. I will place you in positions where your decisions influence more people than before. That is why humility remains essential. Humility keeps you grounded when influence expands. There were times when you felt invisible, your efforts seemed unnoticed, and your prayers unanswered. I was watching, even when you felt unseen. Today is part of my answer to those quiet seasons. You are not receiving this because you demanded it, but because you endured faithfully. Endurance has a reward, and today you are approaching that reward. Do not shrink back at the threshold. Walk forward steadily. There may be moments when the manifestation begins to surprise you with its speed. Do not panic when things move quickly. Quick movement after long delay is natural. Trust that the same hand that prepared you is guiding you. I want you to remain generous in spirit. As increase touches your life, let kindness flow through you. Wealth that hardens the heart becomes heavy. Wealth that softens the heart multiplies blessing. If you are determined to carry this blessing with integrity, write Amen in the comments as your declaration of alignment. Let that word represent your agreement to walk in wisdom and gratitude. Agreement keeps your heart anchored. The season of scraping by is closing. The season of structured stability is opening. You will feel it in your decisions, your tone, and your confidence. Stability is not only financial, it is emotional and spiritual. I am also adjusting your expectations about timing. Some aspects may appear suddenly, others may unfold in stages. Do not misinterpret gradual unfolding as delay. Growth that unfolds in stages often lasts longer. You have asked for relief, and relief is coming. You have asked for expansion, and expansion is arriving. You have asked for proof of my presence, and this shift will become part of that proof. Stay attentive, because you are walking through a doorway you once only imagined. The 55 million promise stands firm. It is not fading, weakening, or retreating. It is advancing toward manifestation in ways that align with my wisdom. Continue to guard your focus and maintain your faith. Your posture right now matters more than you know. Confidence mixed with humility creates stability. Gratitude mixed with expectation creates joy. Stay balanced as you move forward. That tension is natural when transition is happening. Stay grounded, because this is the moment where steadiness matters most. I am shifting your internal language. You used to speak from limitation, often saying that certain things were not for you. Now I am teaching you to speak from promise. What you declare about your life begins to align with what I am declaring over it. This alignment creates harmony between heaven's intention and your daily expectation. There are structures in your life that are being repositioned quietly. Financial patterns that once repeated are breaking. Cycles of barely making it are losing their hold. I am establishing new patterns rooted in consistency and increase. The 55 million level blessing represents a permanent upgrade, not a temporary lift. What's really behind the 7-second brain technique that's making headlines and new millionaires? A stunning CIA leak has just revealed a 7-second brain ritual that's helping normal people wipe out debt and attract serious wealth. With proof from 4 neuroscience labs, this at-home method is turning financial stress into dream living. Homes, cars, vacations, it's all happening. but the government could take this down at any time. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You may look around and see that everything appears the same. Do not let appearance deceive you. Some of the most significant shifts begin invisibly. Roots grow underground before branches become visible. I am also teaching you emotional maturity for this new season. Wealth amplifies whatever is already inside a person. That is why I have been refining your character before releasing this increase. I am ensuring that generosity, patience, and gratitude are deeply rooted within you. You will soon notice a new level of confidence rising in you. It will not be loud or arrogant, but steady and calm. That confidence is a sign that you are stepping into your rightful place. The 55 million promise is connected to identity as much as it is to provision. Do not allow fear of responsibility to make you hesitate. Responsibility is not a burden when it is carried with my guidance. I will not place more on you than you are able to manage with my help. Trust that I know your capacity better than you do. The urgency I showed at the beginning was because alignment windows do not stay open forever. You chose to stay and listen, and that choice positioned you correctly. Many drift away just before the breakthrough. You remained attentive, and that attentiveness matters deeply. I want you to see this as a partnership. I am the source, but you are the steward. Stewardship requires wisdom, patience, and courage. The 55 million level increase will open doors that require all three. As things begin to move, resist the urge to announce every detail prematurely. Some blessings grow best in quiet seasons before public display. I am teaching you discernment about when to speak and when to remain silent. Silence can protect what excitement might expose too early. If you feel within your heart that something is stabilizing and aligning, write 7 inches the comments as your confirmation of readiness. Let that act represent your calm agreement rather than frantic excitement. Calm. Faith is powerful. I am also preparing you for influence beyond finances. People will begin to look to you for guidance and insight. Your journey through hardship will give your words weight. The same experiences that once hurt you will now equip you to lead others wisely. Do not forget where you came from. Memory keeps humility alive. When the 55 million manifests in visible ways, remember the nights when you had to trust me without evidence. That remembrance will guard your heart. There will be opportunities that require quick decisions. Stay close to my voice in those moments. Quick decisions do not have to be rushed decisions. When you sense peace, move forward confidently. I am dismantling hidden fears that you might sabotage your own blessing. You are not destined to ruin what I give you. I am strengthening your discipline and clarity. You are capable of carrying this responsibly. Your environment will slowly begin to reflect your inner shift. Tension will ease. Possibilities will multiply. Conversations will take on a different tone. The 55 million is symbolic of magnitude, but it also speaks to restoration in areas beyond money. Emotional wounds are being healed. Confidence is being restored. Stability is being established in places that once felt fragile. If gratitude is rising within you even before you see the full manifestation, write 1212 in the comments as your declaration of trust. Let that declaration anchor your heart in thankfulness. Gratitude sustains blessing. You are not receiving this because you are flawless. You are receiving it because you remained faithful. Faithfulness is the bridge between promise and fulfillment. You walked across that bridge, step by step. As the manifestation unfolds, keep your priorities clear. Wealth must never replace relationship with me. I am your foundation, not the resources I give you. When your foundation remains strong, everything built upon it stands firm. You may soon experience moments that feel surreal. When they come, do not doubt them. Accept them as the natural outcome of long preparation. Surreal moments often follow seasons of deep endurance. I am reinforcing your sense of security. Security that comes from me is not fragile. It does not crumble with one setback. It is steady because it is anchored in my character. The 55 million promise stands unshaken. What I declared remains active and advancing. Stay patient for these final adjustments. Alignment is reaching completion. Your posture right now should be steady confidence mixed with humility. Do not swing between extreme excitement and sudden doubt. Balance will protect you. Stability will sustain you. I am not finished shaping you even as I release increase. Growth continues alongside blessing. That is how I ensure that what I give you multiplies rather than diminishes. The season of waiting is giving way to the season of receiving. The begging I expressed was an act of love, not weakness. I wanted you fully present for this shift. You are present, and you are prepared. You have grown during this unfolding more than you realize. At the beginning, your faith was mixed with hesitation. Now your belief feels stronger, calmer, more rooted. That shift is not small. It means your heart is aligning fully with what I am releasing. There are final adjustments happening beneath the surface. Agreements are being finalized. Pathways are being cleared. Timelines are synchronizing in ways you cannot track. Trust that. My coordination is precise. The 55 million level blessing represents establishment, not excitement alone. Excitement fades quickly, but establishment creates lasting change. I am anchoring you in stability so that what comes to you stays with you. This is not a temporary wave, it is a foundational shift. You may notice a deeper sense of peace settling within you. That peace is a sign that you are no longer resisting the scale of what is coming. Peace replaces internal conflict. Peace prepares you to carry weight without trembling. Is it finally time to try the same CIA secret ritual that's changing lives in seconds? This newly leaked CIA-backed study reveals a 7-second money ritual transforming lives overnight. Scientifically validated by 4 neuroscience labs, it rewires your mind to attract money like a magnet. People once broke are now enjoying luxury homes, new cars, and exotic travel. But this secret won't be online much longer. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently removed. Do not be surprised if your perspective on money begins to change dramatically. Where you once saw limitation, you now see possibility. Where you once felt pressure, you now sense opportunity. I am renewing your thinking so that your mindset matches your new season. There were years when you felt like you were building with fragile materials. One setback could undo months of effort. I am replacing that fragility with structure. The 55 million promise signals a level of security that cannot be easily shaken. Stay alert to the subtle cues around you today. A shift in someone's tone, an unexpected contact, a door that opens without resistance. These are not random details. They are threads in the larger design I am weaving. I am also strengthening your restraint. Sudden access to large resources can tempt impulsive decisions. I am embedding patience within you so that you move wisely. Wisdom will protect what excitement might endanger. The urgency I expressed at the beginning was because alignment windows are delicate. You chose to remain attentive, and that attentiveness kept you positioned. Many miss their moment because they drift away too soon. You stayed present. If your spirit feels anchored and steady right now, write 555 inches the comments as your declaration of grounded faith. Let that act symbolize your stability rather than haste. Stability keeps blessing intact. You are not stepping into this season to prove anyone wrong. You are stepping into it because it is your appointed time. Your story required preparation that others could not see. Now the fruit of that preparation is near. I am dismantling the last fragments of scarcity thinking. Scarcity taught you to expect loss. I am teaching you to expect increase. Increase does not mean wastefulness. It means confidence that supply is sufficient. The 55 million promise also represents restored dignity. Financial strain can quietly chip away at self-assurance. I am rebuilding that assurance from the inside out. You will stand differently because you feel secure. As manifestation approaches, keep your gratitude visible. Gratitude before evidence is powerful. Gratitude after evidence is honorable. Let thankfulness frame your entire response. There will be conversations soon that shift your direction significantly. Enter those moments calmly. Listen carefully. Speak thoughtfully. Your words will carry more influence than before. I am also teaching you how to protect what you receive. Not every detail needs to be shared widely. Some blessings grow stronger in quiet stewardship. Discretion will be one of your greatest allies. The 55 million level blessing is tied to purpose beyond personal comfort. You will have the capacity to create impact. Impact requires clarity. Stay clear about why you are being elevated. If gratitude is rising strongly in you, even before full evidence appears, write 10 inches the comments as your sign of trust. Let that word anchor you in agreement with my timing. Trust keeps anxiety from taking control. You are entering a season where you will no longer make decisions from fear of lack. You will decide from a place of strength. That change alone will transform your life. Strength changes posture, tone, and outcome. I am closing old doors that once limited you. I am sealing chapters that were defined by struggle. Closure makes room for expansion. Expansion cannot thrive in cluttered history. There may be moments where the speed of change feels surprising. Do not interpret speed as instability. Speed after long preparation is natural. What took years to build internally can manifest externally in a short time. Remember that influence requires humility. The higher you rise, the more important humility becomes. Let memory of past hardship keep your heart compassionate. Compassion will guide your stewardship. You have carried responsibilities quietly for a long time. Soon those responsibilities will feel lighter. Provision reduces strain. Relief will replace constant calculation. The 55 million promise stands firm, not weakened by time or doubt. It is anchored in my authority. What I speak does not dissolve, it advances until fulfillment. Stay centered as the final pieces align. Avoid sudden swings between excitement and suspicion. Balanced faith will carry you through the transition smoothly. Balance is strength. I am not finished shaping you even as I release this increase. Growth continues alongside blessing. That is how I ensure sustainability. Sustainability is more valuable than spectacle. The season you are stepping into will feel different from anything before it. Stability will become normal rather than rare. Peace will replace constant pressure. Confidence will replace quiet anxiety. You are now at the threshold where anticipation turns into encounter. The 55 million I declared is no longer a distant promise unfolding slowly in the background. It is pressing into your present moment with substance. I am steadying your breathing, calming your thoughts, and strengthening your posture so that you do not shrink back when you see what is happening. This is where preparation meets fulfillment. There is a difference between hoping something might happen and recognizing that it is happening. You are crossing from hope into recognition. Recognition requires awareness. That is why I insisted on your attention from the beginning. You may notice a strange calm inside you right now. That calm is not indifference. It is readiness. When the heart is ready, it does not panic at increase. The 55 million level blessing carries weight, and I am ensuring you can carry that weight without trembling. I am reinforcing your judgment, your patience, and your restraint. Wealth handled without wisdom can collapse quickly. Wealth handled with wisdom builds legacy. There were moments in your past when even small, unexpected expenses felt overwhelming. I remember how your thoughts would race and your sleep would thin. Those seasons shaped endurance in you. Now, endurance is being paired with abundance. I am also closing the chapter of constant financial anxiety. Anxiety drains energy and clouds discernment. I am replacing it with assurance that feels steady and grounded. Assurance allows you to make decisions clearly.